In this video, I'll show you the #1 best KDP niche for beginners. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Sean, and I've built and sold a 7-figure Amazon KDP business, and now I'm building my second KDP account. So if you want no BS publishing advice from someone who is actually doing it, then make sure to subscribe. And if you want a completely free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business, then the link to the free training is in the description below. Alright, so in this video, I want to answer a popular question on what is the #1 best niche to get started for beginners in Amazon KDP. And to be honest, every single niche has a potential to make $10,000 a month or more, but there are definitely easier niches than others. Now, this video is going to be focusing more on low and medium content books, because for the best niche for high content books, I've already made a video about it about 8 months ago. If you guys want to check it out, this is the video, so go look for it on my channel. So when it comes to low and medium content books, I'm a big fan of activity books and coloring books, as they are very profitable. So when it comes to activity books, this is an example of it. This is a word search books and different kind of word search puzzles that you can create. So this book on summer word search is making $28 every single day in royalties. And I do have a tool called Bookbeam that tells me exactly how much each book is making in royalties. This one, the big book of word search, is making $179 a day. This one, the large print word search, is making $693 a day. So you can easily tell that this niche is very, very profitable. Next, let's look at some coloring books. So these are some examples of coloring books that you can create. This book is making $351 a day in royalties. This dinosaur coloring book is doing $78 a day. And this cute animals coloring book is doing $41 a day. So you can also see that coloring books are very, very profitable. But the big problem with activity books and coloring books are that recently KDP made an announcement that they are increasing the printing cost of books, and especially for books that are bigger, such as 8.5 by 11 trim size, then the printing cost could go up as much as 37%, which means if you keep the book at the same price, you could lose up to 37% in royalties. And the problem is, once again, most of the activity books and coloring books are sold at 8.5 by 11 because that is what the customers expect. On top of that, the rise of Midjourney and AI, and a lot of people making videos on how to create coloring books and activity books with AI, is definitely making the coloring book and activity space way more competitive and way more flooded. You can definitely run Amazon ads and stand out from the competition. Even though it's more competitive, you can still run Amazon ads and get your book seen and still make money in these niches, but that will not change the fact that it is getting more competitive. It's still a great niche and you can definitely make a lot of money, but I think there is another niche that is often overlooked by a lot of people that is suited for beginners. So what do I think is the best niche? And those are books usually at a size of 6 by 9 or below, which means most of the time it'll be journals and logbooks. Now, I recommend to not do blank journals and more focused on higher content journals such as guided journals or logbooks, because it has slightly higher barrier of entry, which means lower competition, and also it allows you to niche down and go into many different niches. And that's another reason why these books are great, because it has so many different niches and topics that you can create these logbooks and journals about. As an example, this keyword drag racing logbook only has 1,000 results, and it's not the best selling keyword, it's not the hottest keyword out there, but the books on this keyword are doing a couple sales here and there. Typically, you want to look for keywords that has books with under 300,000 or below BSR. This one is right above it, so we'll still count it. Bookbeam is not working, so it's showing 0 royalties a day, 0 sales, but that's false. It is making some sales every few days. Now, if you look inside this book, you will see that the interior is very simple. It has this book belongs to page, and it basically just has the logbook element to it, specifically for drag racing. And you can make something like this very easily on Canva. And once you have this template, you just kind of repeat it throughout the book. So you essentially just have to create 2 pages, this one and this one. Another example of a keyword is Kids Guided Journey Logbook, only 2,000 results. And at 341,000 in the BSR, it is making a couple sales every few days. Now, once again, Bookbeam is not working, so we can go to tckpublishing.com. They have a BSR to sales calculator. So I typed in the BSR, clicked on the book type. It shows that it is making 14 sales per month. Now, this book is $8.99, so we can estimate if it's making around $3 royalty per sale, then that is almost $50 a month in royalties. And these books are super easy to make. So once again, let's look inside here. And essentially, it's just a line journal with some graphic elements to it so that it's more suited for kids. But it kind of just repeats these 2 pages over and over throughout the book. You can also create guided journals, which once again is pretty similar to logbooks because it also usually is created under the 6x9 trim size, and the process of making it is very similar as well. So this keyword grief journal for kids, it has about 4,000 search results. This book in particular is making 52,000 in the BSR. So now BookBeam is working. So it's showing that $14 to $17 a day in royalty is how much this book is making. And if you look inside, you can see it has a bunch of images for kids and also some, inspirational quote. Obviously it would help because this is a grief journal, and also some activities for kids to go through, the grieving process, some sections on what is grief and stuff like that. And finally, this brand specializes in making these kind of books. You can see that they basically only have books about me, unique questions. We have Tell Me Your Life Story. So it's a guided journal for dad, for memory keeping. Tell Me Your Life Story Mom. So this one's a guided journal for mom. So they basically have one for grandma, grandpa, and different, target audience. And if you look at Katie Spy, you can see that this brand is doing $65,000 a month in revenue. So it is doing phenomenal. Now, this is their best-selling book, Tell Me Your Life Story Mom, a mother's guided journal and memory keepsake book. So if you look inside, you can see how incredibly simple the content is. So after this quick introduction and how to use this journal, it basically just goes into, sections that the customer fills out themselves. So we have the time capsule section here, and you can see more insight from the customer reviews, but it's essentially just questions one after another with some journal pages. So it is very, very easy to make. So once again, typically with these books, if you can find keywords with books that are less than 300,000 in the BSR, that means they are making sales and they are making enough sales for it to be worth it for you to go into it. Even if you only make $50 to $100 a month from one book, that is still pretty good considering that it only takes a couple days for you to make these books if you really put your effort into it, and you can keep publishing more and more and more, and your income can stack up over time. Another great benefit is a lot of these books are evergreen topics, so once you make it, your income is fairly steady. So how do you exactly make these books? You can actually just go to Canva here and, in the search bar, look up whatever book that you're trying to create, and you can find a lot of templates for it. So in this case, I looked up guided journals, and you'll see that there's a lot of templates that you can use for guided journals, and a lot of them looks kind of similar to the books that we just researched. Now, some of them you might have to get Canva Pro to use it. That's what this means here, but I think it's worth it. It's about $20 a month or so. Or if you don't want to do that, you can definitely start off by using the free templates. Same as this one over here, you look up logbook, and there's a lot of logbook templates that you can start. And the key is you start with this template, but you do not copy paste it. Never copy paste it. Always edit the design, change the text, change the design a little bit, change the layout, and make the design your own. Now, if you cannot find the templates that you're looking for in Canva directly, then there's always other websites that also sells these kind of templates. One of the best ones is Creative Fabrica. It's a marketplace of all these, designs for print-on-demand businesses. So once again, if you go to Creative Fabrica, by the way, all the links such as Canva, Creative Fabrica, I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys want to check it out. But all you have to do is search for guided journal, and there's a lot of templates that you can purchase. This one in particular is literally a mom's story guided journal. So it's exactly on the keyword that we just took a look at. And same as this one, if you just search for logbooks, there's a lot of results on the templates that you can use. So what you can do is purchase these and then download it into Canva so you can edit it directly from there. And once again, please do not just copy paste it because there might be other people using the same templates. And if you don't edit the designs, then you will run into duplicate content issues. So you can start off with a template, but always edit the design and make it unique. Now, if you don't even want to bother spending a couple days making these books, you can actually outsource the entire book creation process very cheaply on sites like Fiverr. This gig right here will make these books for you for literally just $35, and it comes with the book interior as well as the book cover. So you literally, all you have to do is order from this gig, tell them what you want, and you can get a finished book cover that is ready to upload. And you can see some of the samples here, and these are pretty much exactly the kind of books that we were looking at just now. Once again, if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Now, as for marketing, there's two ways you can do this. One is a passive way, and one is more of the aggressive way if you want to scale. The passive way is literally you create the book, publish it, perhaps try to get some reviews. If not, just publish it and then move on to the next book. Your book will sell organically. It's not going to sell as much as if you would run ads to it, but it will still sell if you do a good job with the keyword research, the book cover design, and you can start making money that way. The aggressive way is running Amazon ads to it. It's not mandatory, but if you do want to speed up the process, then that is something you can definitely do. A lot of people think that you have to spend a crazy ton of money, and no, that is not the case. You can literally start as low as $3 a day and see if it works, and if it not, you can just pause it and you just lost a couple bucks and that is it. But if it works, then you can infinitely scale and make more and more money. Now, in the end, the best niche is a niche that is profitable, but also something that you enjoy making. So whether that's high content fiction, medium content, logbooks, activity, it doesn't matter. You know, the books that you enjoy making will probably make you the most amount of money, provided that they are profitable and people do buy these books. But logbooks and guided journals, in my opinion, for all the reasons that I mentioned, I think is a great place for beginners to start. So that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do want to check out the free training on how I built a 7-figure publishing business, then the link is in the description below, as well as all the tools and resources that I mentioned in this video, also in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, comment any questions. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.